If you've had your business and website for a while, you're probably aware of the fact of all the privacy laws and GDPR regulation that we need to comply to in order for our website to be legal. Now, Squarespace has always had a cookie notice, but it wasn't always fully compliant with all the privacy laws. However, recently Squarespace made updates to the cookie notice, and now there are options that make it a lot more compliant with the GDPR regulations and other privacy laws. And in today's video, I want to show you how you can enable it on your website, how to customize it, and how to make sure that you're staying compliant with all the privacy regulations all over the world. If you're new to this channel, my name is Ana Lea. I'm the owner and designer behind Lea Design Studio, where I design custom Squarespace templates and courses to help small business owners like you look good online. And here on this channel, I share design and tech tips to help you work smarter and not harder. So if that is something that interests you, hit that subscribe button. And now, without further ado, let's dive into today's tutorial. So first things first, we have to enable the cookie notice bar in order to be able to customize it. And the way you can do that is by going to Settings, Website, and then Cookies and Data Privacy. You'll want to toggle the cookie banner on, and then you'll have some options here. So the first thing that I recommend you do is actually go through all of these options and customize them to make sure that your website is compliant with the various GDPR and privacy laws. So you can customize the banner text for the accept button and manage cookies label. And I recommend you also toggle the option to decline cookies as well, and then you can customize the text for that as well. You can customize the disclaimer text that shows up on the cookie bar itself, and you would customize this to something that works with your specific privacy policy and how you process customer data. And then you can customize the layout of the cookie bar itself. So right now you have two options, which is subfooter, which shows up as the banner here at the bottom of your site, or pill. I prefer the pill, but your choice on how you want to lay it out. And you can also have it hidden, but I don't recommend that because then it won't show up and then your site is not compliant. So I'm going to set mine to pill, and then you can also change the label for the preferences or for the actual cookie consent pop-up that shows up. The last two options here is that you can choose to include or exclude activity log data in your Squarespace analytics. And you can change the last setting, but that is essentially Squarespace telling you that some regions require you to get consent, and then non-essential cookies will be placed on their computer. So those are the options that you have available here. And then once you've done that, you can save that. And then once it's saved, you can click on Customize Banner Style. Once you click that, you will be able to pick a theme for the banner to basically get the cookie banner to look the way you want. But right now you're not seeing it, and that's because this banner is blocking it. So I'm going to hide that banner. And this is the bottom layout that I was talking about. So I'm going to change that into something different, and we have several options. You can choose to display it at the top, which I don't recommend you do because that may interfere with your announcement bar and people might get confused when they have to click that and accidentally close your announcement bar. So I don't recommend you have it at the top. There's also bottom left, bottom right, top left, and top right. Typically, most people expect to see the cookie consent box somewhere at the bottom, so I recommend choosing bottom left or bottom right option. I typically like to have mine in the bottom left corner. And then you can also change the disclaimer text size, which you can make it bigger or larger. You can change the color theme for the box itself. So if you click on these, you can choose between any of the color themes that you have on your website. So if you want to make it stand out from the rest of your website, you can choose any of these pre-made color schemes, just to make sure that it's noticeable and that people actually see it when they land on your website. And that's pretty much what you can do to customize it. Additional things that you can do is if you want to change how the buttons look and if you want to make sure that they're all uniform, then I recommend going into buttons and making sure that the primary button, secondary and tertiary button are all styled the same way. So if you style the primary button like this and you want to make sure that it looks the same for all three options, then you can click apply to all button types. And this will make sure that all the buttons look the same. But keep in mind that if you do that, that will change the button styles for the secondary and tertiary button throughout your website. And that's pretty much everything that there is to know about enabling and customizing the cookie banner on your website. And that's it for today's tutorial. Now you know how to create a cookie notice in Squarespace and make sure that it complies with the privacy regulations. If you want to learn more about Squarespace and what it can do, I highly recommend you watch this video next. And that's it for today's video. Thank you so much for being here. If you like this video, please drop me a like on your way out, and I'll see you next time.